So I am Dr. Diogo Pinheiro. I'm the Assistant Director for CURCA, and with us here today is Alison Grundle, our Administrative Assistant. As usual, if you have any questions that are not answered in this presentation, feel free to email us at curca@ung.edu. So the annual research pitch is this presentation opportunity that we have here at UNG that takes place every fall. It alternates between Gainesville and Dahlonega. And it is a sort of a mini conference where students are able to present a 3-minute version of their research results, right? So it's a 3-minute pitch of their academic research. It is modeled after a pre-existing event at the University of Queensland, and it's something that is open to all campuses, all disciplines, and the event itself is free and open to the public. So if people want to bring their parents, their friends, etc., it's open to everybody, right? And the motivation behind this pitch, and the reason why this pitch is something that we recommend students participate in, is because it is great in terms of preparing students to speak publicly about their research, right? It can be used as kind of like a dry run for larger conferences. And not only that, but as kind of a dry run for when you have to do kind of a, elevator pitch to someone that you've just met about the research that you've been doing, right? And that happens in a place where it's local and familiar, where people are there with their, your best interests in mind. And ultimately, there's also a cash prize that students compete for, right? Where we have judges who will evaluate the pitches, and these and the best 3 presentations will receive campus cash for as prizes. So this year, as I mentioned, the research pitch will take place in the Gainesville campus. It is going to be in the Continuing Education Performing Arts building in the room 108. It's a big auditorium. It starts at 5:30 p.m. on November 3rd, and it extends up to 7 p.m. As such, it should not conflict with most people's classes. It should be easy for people to be from other campuses to come to Gainesville. And so what will happen in the pitch itself during the event itself is that we're going to have an MC who is going to introduce each speaker. And each of the students presenting will be given 3 minutes and 1 slide to pitch their research to judges, right? The slide is optional. If you don't have a slide, if you cannot create one, you don't have to have one. But the idea is that you're going to go up there in front of people, and for 3 minutes, you're going to pitch your research to the judges. You're going to describe the basics of your research project, your methods, why it's important, that sort of thing. And so the judges will be from all different disciplines, and they're going to have a standard rubric to evaluate each pitch in real time. The main criteria that will be used to evaluate each presentation is going to be clarity of content. In other words, are you making a good case for why that research is important, why what you did in your project, why the results are interesting. And then, of course, communication style and engagement, right? Did you show enthusiasm about your research? Did you cover all the bases? Was it a good pace? Was it a clear presentation, right? And so after the last pitch, the judges will convene, we'll look at their rubrics, and we will announce the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place winners. And all the 3 winners will receive campus cash on their Nighthawks Award card. Sorry. And so that's how the event is going to take place, right? So we will have a certain number of students. They'll show up, they'll present for 3 minutes, and judges will evaluate. At the end of the night, judges decide who are the top 3 presentations. In order to participate in the research pitch, you can either be a grad student or undergrad student. There is no distinction here. Every single discipline in every single campus is eligible to participate in it. And to participate in it, it's super simple. You just need a 100-word abstract that you would email to our CURCA email, curca@ung.edu, by October 17th, right? So in that email, you should indicate, of course, that you're submitting something for research pitch. You should have a presentation title, a name of the mentor, of the faculty member that you've been working with, and then 100 words describing your project. And then within a week after the deadline, in other words, by October 24th, we should be able to get back to you with the decisions as to who got accepted and who didn't. So the big thing to think about then is what's going to be on your abstract. And so your abstract is basically a summary of your project. It gives a big picture about what your research topic is, about what we should care, why we should care about your research topic, and then a little bit about your methods and results, right? So, you would say, I'm going to study this particular topic. This topic is super important because of X, Y, and Z. And so I did this type of experiment and we found this result, right? It's kind of straight to the point, fairly simple, nothing too complicated. You don't have to have a completed paper. You don't have to have something super, advanced to participate in it. It's just a 100-word abstract, right? And so deadline, as I said, is October 17th. And by October 24th, we'll let you know if you've been selected to present at the research pitch. So in terms of creating your abstract and sort of preparing your pitch, there's essentially 3 big questions that you should try to address at some point. What is your research topic? How did you conduct your research? And why is it significant? In other words, why should we care about that particular topic? And so, since it's such a short abstract and it's such a short presentation, focusing on those 3 questions will be key, right? Doing it in a way that's concise, that is clear, that someone from outside of your field would understand what's going on. Now, if you're unsure, if you've never been in a presentation before, if you're kind of feeling insecure about conducting this sort of event, not only can you practice it on your own, but we will have 2 dates where students can research their pitch, and we can provide students with feedback on their pitch, right? So on October 27th and November 2nd, on times that will still be determined, we will have 2 rehearsals where students can come in, try out, see if they're fitting in with the 3-minute time frame, see if they are presenting things in a way that makes sense. And so the idea here is that this is a great way to get started in preparing for bigger conferences, more sort of more advanced conferences, right? So this year, you're going to be in the setting where everybody has your best interests in mind, where you have a chance to, rehearse and prepare, and then you go on in front of the public, a public that's going to be friendly and interested in what you have to say. So to, wrap this up, again, the research pitch is going to happen on November 3rd at 5:30 at the Gainesville campus, Continuing Education Building, room 108. And feel free to reach out for any questions that you might have, and if you need a copy of this workshop, and so on and so forth. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please let us know.